Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Jah Rastafari. I'm Emmanuel here, the vegan. Got a recipe for you today, chana masala with rice and a nice salad. As opposed to curry, this is masala, so it's more spicy and less hot, but you can make it as hot as you want. So, all the praises to Jah Rastafari, and I'll take you through the ingredients and then the method, and then show you when it's ready and then on a plate. So, the ingredients. So I've got some shed load of chickpeas in here that I've soaked for a couple of days just to get them as soft as possible and then not need much boiling. There's the salad. So there's my green chili pickle, which I will use in the recipe as well. So we've got some tomatoes, onions, garlic, lemon juice, palm oil to fry the onions and garlic, chili powder in that tub there. We've got ancho powder, garam masala, paprika, coriander, cumin seeds and cumin, ground cumin, and a vegetable stock cube, which I used to replace salt in the recipe. And there's some turmeric there. So, as I said, we're going to have that with rice. So I'm going to do all the prep now, and then I'll show you all the ingredients and everything as it's about to start cooking. Just a couple of extra ingredients I forgot. Some black pepper for the salad and some liquid seasoning there to go with the vegetable stock cube that I've got there. So here are the chickpeas, which I'm just boiling until soft. There's a kilo there, 2 500-gram bags. The recipe, I usually make a 500-gram bag. So if you do make a 500-gram bag, then just half the ingredients that I'm going to give you. So here are the onions, 6 medium onions, 6 cloves of garlic, and 6 tomatoes. Salad's done, 2 cloves of garlic in there, Lolo Rosso salad, and some black pepper and some vegetable oil. So I've got a very large teaspoonful of palm oil there, which I'm going to use to fry the onions and garlic and tomatoes, and then add the other stuff to it. Rice is there for 2 people. I'm going to add 2 cups of water to that. So the onions and garlic are fried and ready, and I'm going to add the tomatoes to that now until they've reduced and mixed in with the onions and garlic. Chickpeas are still boiling away. They'll need a while before they'll soften. Rice is ready to go on. In one of my earlier winter videos, I showed you my vegetable patch and how it was prepared for spring to start planting my food for the year. So today's a momentous day in that we're going to be eating the first fruits of the garden, which are these chives here, which I'm going to use as a garnish for the dinner. There's another patch of chives there. So far, all along here, you've got garlic planted, and onions are sowed already, but they haven't come up yet. And also along here, there's going to be squash, patisson, which is a form of squash, and runner beans, and some chilies, which I'm trying for the first time this year as well. In here is a plant called comfrey, which is apparently a good fertilizer for soil. Problem is the slugs like them. I've added the vegetable stock cube and some liquid seasoning, and I'm going to add the lemon juice. I've transferred it to a bigger pot as it was a bit crowded in the smaller pot. So the sauce, which is right here, is nearly complete. Just waiting for the chickpeas to tenderize, and then we'll add one to the other. Ja, Rastafari. So the tomatoes have blended in with the and cooked with the onions and garlic to form a kind of thick broth, which is the base of the masala. So I'm going to add the ingredients to that. So we want four tablespoonfuls of ground coriander, we want 8 teaspoons of ground cumin, and 2 teaspoons of pepper, ground pepper, we want 4 teaspoons of turmeric, eight teaspoons of cumin seeds, four tablespoonfuls of amchur powder, which is dried mango, eight teaspoons of paprika, four teaspoons of garam masala, eight teaspoons of ginger, 4 tablespoonfuls of chilies, but I'm going to use my homemade chili pickle. So the only other ingredients are the lemon juice and the 1 vegetarian stock cube and liquid flavouring seasoning. Okay, so I've added 4 mugs of clean water to the masala mix, which is looking and smelling fine and ready to add to the chickpeas once they've tenderised. I added the lemon juice also. So the cost of this one is about £6–7, but the quantities I've done, I'm going to be freezing enough. Basically it's about 16 people's worth. So very good value for money, good economical Rastafarian food. Food for life, life for food. Ja, Rastafari. So here is the finished masala sauce with chickpeas in. They're all going to go into my big pot here, and these other chickpeas added. Believe me when I tell you, it smells proper nice, looks proper appetizing, and I'm sure it tastes just as good. So there's the completed dish in the pot. I've saved back the pot water from boiling the chickpeas to add to the mixture in case it needs a bit more liquid. I'm going to add the half a mug there to it anyway. So that's on a low heat now to simmer away, and it will be ready at the same time as the rice is ready. So I will show you it on the table once it's made, but I'm sure you'll agree with me if you look at that. Who on this earth could resist Aital food that looks this good? And believe me, it tastes just as good. So this is preparation for my garden later this year. These small little plants there are chili plants, cayenne pepper plants. Then there's 3 runner bean plants. That's a squash plant. And more squash plants here. And patisson, which is small squash, kind of cushion shaped. And more chili plants there. So all this is preparation for our main garden later in the year. Probably May, end of May. All these will be transplanted outside. The only thing I haven't got yet are tomato plants. I'll be getting 3 of those. So I will show you the garden once it's in full bloom and everything is growing. It's a beautiful sight still, and it's what Jah gives us in order to sustain ourselves. We need not shed any blood. Jah, Rastafari. So here's the finished dishes. Chana masala and rice with a lolo rosso salad and a garnish of my chives from my garden. Slasia, Rastafari. Just to show you what's left in the pot. There's enough there for a good 10 people, so I'm going to be freezing that and using it as and when.